The question, Maharshi, is, firstly, during Maharshi's address to the 4th of July press conference in Washington, D.C., Maharshi said that the U.S. peace government would, quote, rebuild America in harmony with natural law on many levels, but would start first with the physical level of buildings and cities and towns. My question for Maharshi is, in what other ways will the peace government rebuild America? And why is it starting with its buildings?
Building is a very physical thing, just like the body. Body must be neat and clean and functioning properly. Like that, the home, building the home, the construction of the home is a very physical thing. And it has deep influence on the reality of life. And then the mental integrity, and then clarity of making decision, and then pure wakefulness of the ego of the individual, and then wakefulness of the cosmic ego in the character of the individual ego. These are all the different levels that have to be reconstructed. And we have been working in US and all the countries for how many decades. And now is the time to come out openly with formulas for each of these physical, mental, intellectual, existential, all these values. And we are being guided by the transcendental, eternal, immutable field of intelligence and energy, which cannot be dodged about by anything. So this being our basis, it's not a matter of our starting. We have been doing all these. It's now as an organizational. When we found there are thousands of these builders and these developers, they are working anyway. Architects, they are working anyway. There are codes of building codes. Every state has its own building code. But when our people looked into building code, into all these different laws that govern the structures of the homes and all those building codes, we found they lack the insight into the reality of life. What level of reality? The reality of life that connects any phase of the individual with the phase of the cosmic structure. Every individual life has a connection with cosmic life. The sun comes, every individual has some influence of it. Sun goes, every individual has influence of it. So all the cosmic phenomena governed by someone has its influence in the individual life. So this connection of the individual with its own cosmic potential. This is very important, the connection of the individual with the individual's cosmic potential. This connection is very necessary to be maintained, and it can only be maintained by coherence between the physiology and mind and intellect and ego and cosmic ego. This is what? These are different aspects of the knowledge of the constitution of the universe. These are different aspects of the law that connects the individual with his own cosmic potential. Cosmic potential is nothing far away from the individual potential. It's there. Only the conscious mind is not open to it. As long as conscious mind is not open to it, it is as well not being there. Like the treasury hidden underground, if one doesn't know, if one has not been told, if he has not gone into the treasury house and gotten it, then it's non-existent for him. Like that, the cosmic potential of the individual is within the individual potential. Anyone who says, I, is the I. But whose I? The I is the voice of the Atma. I is the voice of the self. Why? Self, 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 self. And the self has its value in the individual domain, which is space-time boundaries, and its absolute connectedness with the boundless, space-time boundary-free, transcendental field of consciousness, transcendental field of consciousness. So it's just a matter of knowing what is there. The field of education is for this unfoldment of the knowledge which is behind the sight, which is behind the sight. So the whole field of education is very, very simple in the unfolding of the cosmic potential of the individual. That's why we are asking all governments to have 90 minutes every day for us, and we will raise cosmic potential. We will not raise cosmic potential of your students. We will bring your students awareness to their own cosmic potential. So now when they say, oh, I want to do this, or how to do, I don't know what to do, then a year, 2 years, having gone through this consciousness-based knowledge of the transcendental consciousness and experience of this transcendental consciousness, when the thought comes, how can I do this? You say, oh, this is how I'll do it. Nothing will remain difficult for them. Nothing will remain unachieved by them. This is what we would like our children to do. This is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's a very beautiful thing.